Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour, show number 300. I'm Violet Hausthor, and I'm here today with Mark Ramone, Mark Sherry, and Mistress Miriam. And you just heard Dayglow Foxes with In Flames, and starting off that block, Shagohod with The Rocket Scientist. Let's talk about Dayglow Foxes. They're out of Worcester, Massachusetts, and this is off the album of the same. This track, In Flames, is off of their album of the same name. I absolutely adore them.
Yeah. Yeah, they are great. They are.
Absolutely. One of my favorite discoveries I made, well, over the last 5 years working on this show. This album was released back in 2019 and was all just sort of self-produced in Sam Frichette's bedroom studio and all put together in a really wonderful and really fun way. I've always really liked this debut LP of theirs, and they've put out quite a bit more in the years to follow that has continued to show their growth as musicians.
They just released an album last week, Last Call.
Yep, I've been busy.
Wow, well, we got to hear some of that soon too.
Oh yeah. And then of course starting off that block, we had Shagohod out of Hartford, Connecticut with some members in Western Massachusetts, and this track, The Rocket Scientist, off of their 2017 album, The Treading Behemoth. And this song holds a bit of a special place in my heart, and this album in general, because this is the song that I played on my very first playlist for the New Music Alliance Radio Hour, show number 6, if you can believe that. I just randomly stumbled across them on Bandcamp one day, and I was like, hey, this is kind of good. Wait a minute. This album apparently is a concept album about Metal Gear Solid 3.
And then they went on
um,
to play in our Valley Music Showcase and they
and
won.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
These guys
yeah.
are great. They are terrific. They released their second full-length record in 2021, Tin Gold Lead and Blood, sort of a Western-themed prog rock epic. They are terrific. I adore them. One of my favorite discoveries I've ever made as a part of this show came right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love doing this show for the stuff like that because I spend a lot of time searching for new artists and stuff that folks just haven't heard yet on Bandcamp and other similar sites just to see, what's the local scene doing that we don't get to hear about? What isn't on social media or isn't on everyone's radar in the same way? And you discover so much beautiful stuff here. It's part of why I like this scene so much. It's the Western New England scene so much.
And that's why I love the show because everybody gets to hear stuff they wouldn't normally hear.
Yeah, it's a privilege to me to have been able to be here for these 300 shows. I have experienced and learned so much about, the music scene that we have in Western New England and just been exposed to so many great new artists. Frankly, I hardly listen to music now outside of Western New England anymore because there's so much great music here that I don't have time even to do that.
Yeah, it's been 5 years for me now because my first show was a show just before we all had to go inside for the pandemic. And it's just been a wonderful journey of getting to know so much about local music, getting to know so much about different kinds of artists, meeting different kinds of artists, doing so much research, learning so much about people. And, as of late too, someone who's, I love musical theater so much, also exploring, the history of musical theater in Western New England has been a very special journey for me personally.
I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry.
Don't cry.
It's,
Please,
it's,
I don't want to. We're all verklempt right now. It's the
we
300th
are.
show. It was going to be like that. We knew it.
We're verklempt, right? Well, from a crew of verklempt people, I want to thank you all for visiting with us, and we hope you enjoyed some great original music from Western New England artists. Again, this was our 300th show, our special show, and I've been here with Mistress Miriam, Mark Ramone, Violet Hausthor, and myself, Mark Sherry. And the New Music Alliance Radio Hour is brought to you by the New Music Alliance, a 501c3 nonprofit. whose mission is to assist and advance the careers of talented, creative local musicians who write original music, and to promote the extended Western New England area as a destination for original music writing, production, and performances.
If you like what we're doing here on the show, tell your friends about it and like the New Music Alliance and the Radio Hour on our Facebook pages. And don't forget to check out our website, newmusicalliance.org, where you'll find the extraordinary Essential Western New England Songbook, a listable anthology of many of the best songs ever written by artists from Western New England. And while you're there, if you support the New Music Alliance's mission, and I know you do, we'd appreciate you making a donation or becoming a member or a sponsor.
If you're a local Western New England musician who'd like to have your original music considered to be on our show, send links to your songs to newmusicalliance@gmail.com. Join us next week for more great tunes from Western New England artists. And until next week, please stay safe and keep on listening
to great original local music. And let's have Charles and Khalif Neville take us out today with African Eyes.